Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now I know today is not traditional; it's a little bit different, and you know, my boy Attic ain't here today. We won't be able to do the live call in today, but at the same time, we're going to get into these topics and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is going to double check to make sure. Okay, hold on, making sure everybody can hear me and see me. What up, Spectrum? You didn't get the intro. Apologize. Try to fix that. It is what it is. He had an emergency. Galveston was good. He had an emergency. We got 14 people watching. You're gonna be seeing me jump from that screen to that screen. You're gonna be seeing me do a whole bunch of different things. Like normally, I got the green screen behind me and I'm working and doing whatever I'm doing. What's going on? So today we're gonna get into a whole lot of different topics. So we don't have to call in today. And I know that sucks because my boy what was a big fat Eli wanted to stay up and do the calling for the first time. I apologize, man. I apologize. Epic took your money today, y'all. Still, yeah, yeah. May 4th, may the 4th be with you. Is on. So my mother always told me, right? Like, guys, y'all got to realize if you're not doing something right, people will never mention you. So obviously, I must be doing something right because I'm being mentioned. Now, also, I got to give a shout out to Minxie, and because it's two ends of that spectrum, right? There's people that can mention you in a good light, and there's people that can mention you in a bad light. And I had one person that they're really cool. They did their video, and I was just like, wow, that's dope. And I got to give a shout out to Spectre799. Dread was good. Welcome to Soldier V rank. I salute you, Soldier. And he made his video. And I suggest y'all watch it. I think I retweeted it. And yo, that warmed my heart, Spectre. Um, it was crazy to see that you love Helldivers that much. His love for Helldivers seriously made me consider, yo, I should go purchase this game. Right. And I was just like, wow, like it's little things like that. You don't ever know who you're going to affect, where you're going to affect them at. That's why I tell you always be at your best behavior and stuff like that. And the video was well edited, it was well spoken. I showed it to my son because my son wants to do content like that and he's trying to figure out content. And well, look at this. Like, if you like a certain game and this is your passion, I said, listen to his passion. You can hear his passion coming out about the game. And he was going through different aspects. He was going through the bots. He put different things there. And I don't want to spoil it because I want everybody to go to his channel and subscribe, sub to him. Necromancer Zale gifted 5 Xbox Frontline super chats. I mean memberships. I appreciate you. And I was just like, yo, this is how you do it. And his editing skills was dope. It was teaching me different editing things. Like, if y'all looking at me, like, I'm actually trying to grow and doing my editing stuff. I look at Fatanga, I look at Mixie, I look at Alex. These are the guys that I look at their stuff. I love the way they stuff is. Now, I can't do a certain stuff that they do, like as far as going at people, because I just don't do that. That's not my thing. But I do love the skill and the technique that it takes. Necromancer Zell gifted 5 for 5 months. Soldier X rank. Here's another great show. I appreciate you, brother. So if everybody's looking at the format today, the format is a little bit different because Attic isn't here and the call-in feature is not going to be available. So if you came in for the call-in feature, I do apologize, but I'm going to double down on 2 coins next week. He had a serious emergency. So then you go to the other end of the spectrum, and then I had another person, and you don't ever expect people to be outside of their character, of course. But if anybody was looking at the video, he was trying to be respectful, but trying to be rude. And I was just like, it is what it is. I understand somebody engaged in forming content and trying to make some type of content about other people. It's very hard when your content is based off of other people. So it's very hard, and you need other people to keep that going, right? Um, and yeah, yo, Spectre, yeah, I definitely showed it to my son because I want him to understand that there's good side. And I also showed him the bad video. And he was pretty upset because he was like, Daddy, that guy would never say that to your face. And I'm like, that's exactly what that is. As long as you understand that there always will be people that will talk about you, and then there will always be people that will praise you. So, but you never get too high, you never get too low. You know, yeah, yo, put it in. Put your video in the chat, man. Put your video in the chat. I grew up around athletes. I used to box and stuff like that. So after a win, I was never too, up, and I never got too down. You know, George Parcells, member for 4 months. What's good, King? Hope you're doing well. Missed a few shows, but glad to be. I'm glad you're here too. We got so much stuff to talk about today because so much stuff happened. Like the Sony streaming thing is wild to me because I really didn't believe that they were going to get down with how they did it. Oh, I can actually put it on this side. I don't have to strain my eyes and go looking over there. I have it running on both screens, just in case I miss some stuff. So what's crazy is this is the side of the stuff that I don't get a chance to see, that Addict get a chance to see, or Solve gets a chance to see. When I'm on IOP on Sunday, I'm basically there to perform, right? Like you go out there and you go and have a good time with your friends. You don't get on the production side of things. When I started to do the editing stuff and all that other stuff, that stuff changed my perspective on what people actually do and how much people actually contribute. So a lot of times you'll see us doing reads and stuff. That stuff is very hard because you can't mess up the reads when you get the reads when they come through. But yo, so check this out, right? So I told y'all a week ago that Sony was going to start doing that streaming stuff, and they've been streaming, but now it's a difference when they tell you to download the app to your Bravia television. They tell you to use the Comcast device to stream your games to. Now you still are beholden to the console. The console is still what you need for the moment. It's not going to be that way the whole time. That's going to change because once what they're looking for right now is streaming data. They did that with the portal. They weren't getting enough streaming data from the actual portal. They need more streaming data because, all right, the portal, depending on the price or wherever the hell you get it from, it's going to be at a different price point, right? The Chromecast, that is cheap. A lot of people have it. A lot of people have Bravia televisions. Now, I was calling for that to be a thing, right? And the fact that it's a thing now makes sense. It's called moving your products forward, right? Getting it to devices that you won't normally use. And now, once they see that, they're going to start doing the separation. First, the day and date, then they're going to start doing the separation. We're going to talk about the infighting over at Sony's Helldivers situation. We're going to talk about the community manager. Excuse me. We're going to talk about Sony pushing their product onto the PC guys. And PC dudes do not like to be dictated to. They do not like to be told what to do. They don't like to be told where to game. They don't like to be told when to log in. They don't like to be told anything. So I want to know how this is going to affect Helldivers too, because the thought process going in is wild. And we're a couple of weeks away from Hellblade 2, and Aaron Greenberg and everyone is talking about the roadmap to it. But we are also going to get into the Sea of Thieves Metacritic score. So the first thing I wanted to tackle is that Sea of Thieves Metacritic score, right? Let me bring that up, right? So on all platforms, the Xbox One had 78 critics reviews, right? And it was a 69 at Metacritic. PC had 34 and it was a 67. Xbox Series had 1 and that's to be determined. Nothing. And the PlayStation 5 had 6 with the highest score of 88. Now, if that isn't Xbox tax in your face, I don't know how to prove it to you. You cannot tell me, yeah, Addict isn't. Where's Addict at? He's here? Oh, hold on. Let me make him a mod. My bad. My bad, Addict. Nah, he was. I never had a chance because he was never in the chat. I never had the chance to make him a mod. You know, he's a manager mod. He said Addict isn't a mod. Yes, he is. Like, so the thought process is they're going to tell you that, oh, the game took so long to come out on the PlayStation, had added all the stuff that wasn't there in the beginning. Should games of service, Cat Daddy Lurk, remember for 2 months, as a primary PC gamer, this sign in, hold on, let me bring it up. This sign in mandate is a non-issue to me. You're gonna have to sign in if you want trophies anyway. So just get it in and get over with it. What if they don't care about trophies? What if trophies is not the thing, Cat Daddy? Cat Daddy was one of the people that brought it to attention to me about basement dweller dude, that like to say the N-word all the time. I don't get the whole idea of doing that, saying the N-word all the time on the web. I don't know. It just doesn't work well for me. If you do something in the comfort of your home or your friends and stuff like that, that's something totally different. And listen, I'm not standing on a moral high horse. If anybody's heard me inside private chats and we playing Fortnite and stuff like that, Galveston and anybody will tell you, our words fly all over the place. We're guys, right? We're doing boy stuff and we're acting up. So, but I'm just saying, projecting yourself out to the world, I would not project myself that way. But to each his own, God bless, do you, and I don't care. Right? Legendary Yobi gifted 5 Xbox Frontline memberships. I appreciate you, brother. So, shouldn't games of service, and I think this should be true, right? Because a game of service is not the same way it is as it launches. A game of service actually changes over a period of time. They add content to it. They give you different looks and stuff like that. So, shouldn't they have at least an annual or semi-annual update in Metacritic to update the score? Because the disparity in score will lead you to believe that there's a disparity in quality of the game, which is not true. So they have to rectify it in the manner that makes more sense and is more, fair across the boards. Me personally, I'm not going to go back and review a game that I've done already. But if I had to, let's say Starfield, right? Okay, so we did the Starfield review. We had got the Starfield copies, and we had the copies like a couple of weeks ahead of time. I don't know. It was like 3 or 4 weeks ahead of time, whatever. And we're playing Starfield. Now, if I go to Iron Lost Podcast and you look at it, we did a 4-person review on the game. It was myself, Addict, Sovereign, and Cog. And we went in on the game. We talked about the game. We talked about what we liked. We talked about what we didn't like, stuff like that. So during this period of time, you weren't getting any achievements. So if you're looking at my Starfield stuff, you're an idiot. I'm not like you. I'm different. But the game is different from then till now. And that changes the score. Ultimately, it changes the score from what it initially was to what it actually is. Should there be some type of review process that goes back to update and fix a game? Cyberpunk, after all the DLC and all the updates and all the fixes, shouldn't it be some type of review that you go back and you fix that score? Because what's old is not going to stay that way, especially in our gamer space. If we have a new person that comes into the ecosystem, let's say you bring your friend over and your friend comes over, and I'm not saying that, I don't care for Metacritic, but I'm talking about for the overall optics and for individuals that actually do care about Metacritic. You never know if your friend uses Metacritic to gauge how they partake. Very early on, we need holding hands and getting into anything that we do. If you're racing model cars or stuff like that, RC cars. When I got into that hobby, I needed a lot of hand holding because I didn't know what engine and when to fix the wheels and all this other stuff. I was heavy into that scene for a while. Very costly if you make the mistakes early on. Same thing with video games. It's very costly if you make those mistakes early on. So you go to people that you trust and people that you know. If Metacritic is something that you trust and and if it's not being annually updated or semi-annually updated for games that are now better than when they're launched, then you would see a lower score and be like, man, that's not the game for me. Right. So it has to change. That's definitely it. It's completely unfair for newcomers, that people that aren't in the know. We have to stop assuming that we, because we are the hardcore, right? We know community managers talking about fighting with Helldivers and all that stuff. We know this stuff. The average consumer does not know this stuff and does not care about this stuff. That stuff doesn't hit their radar. They don't give a damn. But what they do give a damn about is whatever game that they did purchase, and if they're buying a good product, something that's going to last a period of time. If you have 4 racing games in front of you, you want to know which racing game is the best and which one delivers the experience for you. So if one has been updated from its initial release, then you're going to go with whatever the score is. They have to find a way to fix that. I think it should be annually or semi-annually updated on games that have changed from the initial launch. Now, certain games that have been the same, fine. This doesn't affect them. But this actually affects Sea of Thieves. And it actually affects Sea of Thieves on the Xbox because it will leave somebody to believe, let's say we go inside the store and the little Tommy goes inside the store and I'm like, yo, Tommy, what do you want? And he goes, I want to play Sea of Thieves. Well, he pulls up Metacritic and says, and he doesn't have either console. My friends have an Xbox, but it's rated high on PlayStation. And he goes with the PlayStation. That's what I'm talking about. Let it be rated on the merits that it currently is, opposed to old biases that I say that is there. Because I've noticed this trend, this Xbox tax trend, and they're trying to hide under the veil of, well, the game is updated now and it runs better or it runs smoother or it has something extra. They're trying to run under that, guys, instead of going back and reviewing it and giving it a better score on the initial platform. They're keeping the old score and going with a new score for the PlayStation. Gifted Xbox Front One. Snipes, what's good, Snipes? He gifted one Xbox Frontline membership. Blessings, I appreciate that. Listen, we have to figure out how. I'm not a Metacritic dude because you're not gonna eat my food and tell me how it tastes. I don't really like that, but there are people that do need hand holding, and they're new to our space, and we have to be inviting, and it has to be accessible, and it has to be honest and fair across the boards if you want to have your rating system. The same way that we want our awards to be fair across the boards, we want this process, especially this process, because this is the process that allows people to view our love, our medium, in its best light, right? And sometimes if a game has a bad score, we tend to avoid it like the plague, because these dollars aren't easy to come by. Now, unless you were, you're Trump's kid or one of these Elon's kid, I'm sorry. I didn't grow up in money, and everything I got, I earned. And same thing with my son. So he has to make decisions, and in those decisions, they have to be based on some type of concrete information. But that's enough on the Metacritic thing. Hey, what was the next thing that I had going on here? Because Jez, my man Jez, I see people trying to whew, trying to go at Jez for something that he said in a private Discord or whatever. You see why I'm never on Discord, never why I'm never on Spaces, why I'm never in those places? Do y'all understand why I'm never doing those things? Do you see somebody could take something that you said out of context and then turn it into something that is actually not, into something that they want it to be? Um, and it sucks because it's always Jez. They always picking Jez and taking Jez and moving Jez into some weird space. And it sucks. It sucks because he does work in a space that he does get information. And a lot of times his information is truly accurate. If it didn't happen then, it was gonna happen, but he does have his opinion just like everybody else. And the the thing was that they were going to be bringing over Halo, Gears, and Forza to the PlayStation. And I'm like, we're right back at it after we had this great show, the Idea at Xbox show. I mean, how many people love that Idea at Xbox show? I'm not even a IGN dude like that. I do have friends over there, but they did a job. They did a good job. I'm not gonna lie, they did a good job. They didn't get crazy with the personality stuff. They did their stuff, they showed the games, and then they had the expounding afterwards. It was so good that I was just like, yo, I gotta make a video about it. I gotta, work on it, gotta take care of these things. I thought it was dope. I thought it was cool. But we had a good show. So now that we have this good show, then the next day we have this good news with what was it? I think it was Bethesda was the good news. The next day was the 9th, the Fan Fest and all that other stuff. Fan Fest was on the 2nd, and they were talking about the show. Great news. Now we got a show, right? Because we don't have to worry about secret shows. We don't have to worry about, is this happening? Is that happening? What's going? No, we have a concrete June 9th show. We know what's up. We know who's gonna be there, what's gonna be there. We know it's Call of Duty's gonna be there, the redacted stuff. We're going crazy because what we're Xbox dudes, and we're expecting to get there to see Call of Duty on Xbox stage, marketing from Xbox push to the limit. How far they're going to take it with Xbox money and the marketing all over the place. What's going to happen? What is the game going to look like? Is it going to be packaged? I'm hearing that they're supposed to put 2 months inside each console. Call of Duty is supposed to be inside Game Pass. I'm hearing all of these things, and I'm hearing about they push for the winter, and I'm like, I'm super excited, right? I'm super excited. And then I'm thinking about what else is gonna be there because they said Gears is gonna be there. So I'm down for the campaign. The hell with the multiplayer. I don't care what you say. When you told me a blind dude can beat me inside it, God bless, say less. I'm good. No blind dudes beating me inside whatchamacallit in Fortnite. Not gonna happen. Not saying that it can't. I ain't putting it out there like that. And if it does happen, we're gonna burn that tape. But I'm just saying. Anyway, so I'm super excited. I'm over the moon. I can't wait for this stuff. And then the next day, Bethesda comes out and says 60 frames per second for Xbox Series X. And other performance mode stuff is going over there with a proprietary. Yo, me and that word got a problem. Prioritize this word. Me and that word got a problem. If you watch that video, I could have edited it out. I could have got it out. I could have gotten rid of that word. But I just find it so funny and so dope. Because I speak a lot, and it's just certain words that mess with me. But anyway, so they doing finally what we asked for, and being a ship dude. If you see all the ships that I got, and now when the update comes out, I'm able to go inside those ships and customize because I got bodies in my ships because I did some bad stuff, right? I did bad stuff in there. I'm not saying Gears multiplayer isn't fun. It's dope. It's dope for somebody else. I'm a Fortnite dude. Oh, so it is what it is. The day that is not a call-in show, dudes show up. Show up next Friday. I need you to show up next Friday on the call-in. That's when I need you here. Anyway, so I got dead bodies in my ships, right? Because I was doing some felonious stuff. Now I get a chance to, put furniture around. in these ships and move the dead bodies out the way. So I'm super excited about that. I'm like, yo, that's dope. That's gonna happen. And Bethesda said a couple of things, and then he said Steam. Right now, if you have your Steam, you can go do it right now. It can make it happen. Right? Dope. The very next day, the Jez stuff comes out. It's like it's on cue. And then it's doom and gloom. You got games. You just saw all the ID at Xbox stuff. You just signed up for FanFest. You just heard about the June show. You just got the information for the Starfield and everything. And then you fall and crumble like this because of a rumor? Then to come out to find out that it's somebody's opinion? This is. Oh, okay. Oh, Texas. Yeah, I'll rejoin the second string. Texas. Jez needs needs to preface what he says as an opinion. Then when he does have an inside info, then he can say it, but opinions should be seen as that. This is true, Texas, with the $5 super chat. I agree with you. But we don't know if Jez was in that Discord and he was drinking, because sometimes Jez be, a little tossing a couple back. Having fun, having his opinion. That's why I don't be in these Discords and stuff like that. Because somebody might hear something that I say as an opinion and think it's going like it's like hashtag no PlayStation 6. I want that to happen. I want that to happen. I want that to actually be a thing. I want them to be an app. So them with their streaming app right now is walking right to where I want them to walk to. I want them to release that PlayStation 5 Pro. I want them to walk into that booby trap. I want them to get there so fast and so quick. But I know what they're going to do, because I told y'all before, they're going to do that little handheld thing and they're going to spin it, and that'll be the PlayStation 6 or whatever. I understand. But somebody would take that as fact. Like a lot of people take my opinion as the Lord's opinion on Iron Lords. Half them dudes don't agree with me. Not one word I say. I'm the platform warrior. And I kind of take offense to that, because the fact of the matter is, y'all ain't gonna be giving everybody else credit for my work. Give them credit for their work, right? Sav is the suave one. Yeah, he read the super chat. He's dope. He do that. Let him have his credit for that. You don't see me jumping over there when they be super chatting for him and trying to take credit for his work. Addict takes his stuff. He does his stuff. He has his own opinion. Has his own. He does his streaming and stuff like that. Let him take his credit for his stuff over there. Don't take away my little bit of credit of me going at PlayStation dudes. I'm the one out there squabbling with dudes. Me. Don't take that away, and don't blame them dudes for my work. That's my work. Don't blame them. But I'm saying it takes that little bit to make you crumble. I know the hardcore dudes, the dudes that's been there, the dudes that's been down since day one, the dudes that's been playing Xbox, have been on an Xbox since day one, like myself. We don't crumble that easy. We have always had to fight the odds going at these dudes, at these PlayStation dudes. Really not Nintendo. Going at these PlayStation dudes day in and day out. So we don't crumble at ease. It's just these new fickle, weird dudes that allows little words from monkey heart, mustard-hearted dudes to trick bag them. And they soft like that. They not real, and they soft like that. I'm a different animal. I'm a different beast. The stuff that you say on video, you're not built for my face. And I know this. And you know it. So you understand who I am. This is the reason why I'm certainly avoided in certain situations. because it's video games until it's not, right? I say keep it on video games. But I think it's something, it says something about a man who needs to talk about another man to get to another man that don't know that man. Go away. I see you showed up. Glad you here. Clip that, do a video about that. And the weird men talk about other men. But I'm just saying, I want us to be stronger as a community. Right? Don't fall for the trick bag. If you hear rumors, don't go down that pipe. Leave that there. You got games. Day and date in your service. You got date for shows. Let's go down with what they don't have. Because they're going to tell you they got a secret show showing up with all this magical stuff that has not happened. But the fact of the matter is they have no first party games until next year. So, of course, they would be asking what I'm going to watch the show for. They're going to try to co-op our show. They're going to try to get into our show. Good, watch the show. But watch with your wallet. Make sure that you bring your wallet with you. Watch with your wallet. Well, my wallet stays upstairs and I just go inside my Game Pass and do what I do because my payments come out. Because I can keep up a subscription service. I could do that. It doesn't bother me. And if I feel like buying the game, I'm going to buy it. But I do what I will over here. And if I want to play on this or I want to play on that, I can do that. That's the stuff that I'm doing. But I see they are adapting to what we say and how we move. Now, we both heard that both companies is making hardware that are handhelds, right? Of course. Xbox is going to be out first. Of course. We heard that it's going to have Steam and Epic Store and all this wonderful stuff. What do you think the PlayStation version is going to have? What do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to sit back and let Xbox make all this bread? Hold on. Dread Fusion with the $5 super chat. As a Detroit Lions before an Xbox fan, all these mustard hearts, I'm used to great to see both succeed, and that's like they are. Listen, I like for the PlayStation to succeed. I like the Xbox to succeed. I like Nintendo to succeed. As a gamer, I want them to succeed. As a hater, I want him to die first. That's it. That's all. Ain't no, nothing else. This is pure competition. Nothing else. Pure competition. When two people step in that ring, there's gonna be a winner, there's gonna be a loser. It ain't gonna be me. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Nothing else. Pure competition. Other than that, outside the sport, we friends, we cool, we like. I like that. That's how it is. It's video games. It should be fun. That's what we expect. But nah, if they're gonna become an app, let them become an app first. Yeah, I expect that. God bless. Let's do it. And they're talking about they champion these guys being third party. You're gonna be the first third party console developer that rules both worlds. How foolish can you be to root for them to go third party? That means they're gonna buy more stuff to push more stuff that you have to buy. So either you're gonna bend the knee. Think about it this way. What happens when they own so much stuff and all this stuff comes out inside Game Pass? You will have to be an absolute idiot not to have Game Pass. An absolute idiot to say, I'm going to go buy it over there for $70 when I can put up to $16.99 and get everything. You will have to be an absolute idiot. You see, this is where your fandom turns into stupidity. And this is how I know that y'all not financially smart. Just ignorant as hell. I understand it. I get it. You're loyal to a fault. See, some people will like to believe that I'm completely, I would never buy a PlayStation I would never buy it. You're out of your mind. I was there before you. I was there before you when you was learning how to poop in your diapers and wipe your behind. I already had them. I was already playing Sly Cooper and them. I was already doing that. I was already saying David Jaffe is the greatest. I was already doing that. But I happen to love Xbox. When they came out, I was like, oh my God. This is fantastic. This is why I like to play. This is why I like to be. Still like her as my side chick. She's my side chick. I know what she do. I go over there, hang out with her. What, she drop a game, what? That I like every 8 months. All right, cool. Don't let your fandom fool you into something stupid, but that turns into economics because maybe they're not economically sound and they can't hold 2 houses. They can't do it. And I'm out here actively holding like 5, 6 of them. Talking about PCs, every handheld that drop, all that VR that drop, the Switch, the whatchamacallit, my custom made cabinet video games that I'm staying upstairs playing half the time. Retro consoles. It's I have a sickness when it comes to video games. The problem is when you let your fandom override your passion, that's the problem. Don't ever get it twisted. My fandom will never override my passion. My passion is always to the video game. When I'm sitting in my car, I'm playing and I'm waiting for somebody. I'm playing what is it? Royal Match. That's the video game junkie in me from a little kid. There's always going to be that. But this Helldivers stuff that we got going on here with the project manager, what did the project manager? Hold on, because my man J Rock, shout out to my man J Rock. Okay, so Spitz. Okay, it's not like this is the first or even the 14th mainstream game to require a third-party account that takes a couple of minutes to create. But if it's a deal breaker to have 120 seconds out of your day to enter an email and a password, then forget about it. Change your Steam review and make your displeasure known on a platform where it matters. All right, so I saw that and I was just like, what? And my boy Eli was like the community manager. He wants smoke. All right, so, all right, hold on. Then I saw another joint. All right, so Twin Bed. Okay, so what is it? Rutha. Listen, I live in the country. Okay. So somebody said that they live in a country that does not have PSN network. If I use a VPN, will it mess it up? All right. And he was asking Twin Beard. First of all, it's Sony decision, not ours. Secondly, we don't have all the details about the region related issues yet. We're chasing Sony to get more info. I would hope that it didn't boil down to the numbers coming down off of Helldivers 2 and on the PlayStation that they decided to implement this to bolster up the login or to track numbers. I would think that would be something that would be early on, because what Microsoft told y'all before Sea of Thieves came through, that you will have to log in to your Microsoft account to play Sea of Thieves. I'm keeping the same energy, right? Keeping the same energy. I laughed at y'all when y'all had to do it. I'm like, yeah. And, I got to laugh at the PC dudes. Would this affect them? I asked the same question. Would it affect Sea of Thieves over there when they had to log into their Microsoft account? I don't know. I didn't go through that process at all. I don't know if it's a problem. What I do know is, right, sometimes when I play my Ubisoft games, sometimes they ask for your password so you can log into Ubisoft store. Now, sometimes it's a one-time password login, but if you have multiple consoles, you have to go through and do stuff. What is that? Okay. Oh, Malcolm X Lax, new member, blessings, brother. Appreciate you. So sometimes it becomes a problem for me. And I just like, nah, you know what? I don't want to log into it. And I just log out. Right? I just don't do it. Or I just try to play the game without getting the perks. And a lot of times your perks is tied to you logging into whatever account it is. And I find that a lot with Ubisoft games, right? Because I do go inside and get my perks out of the Ubisoft. So whatever game I'm playing, I actually got to finish that stupid game. Actually, it's not stupid. I really like it. I'm one of those idiots. So is this a deal breaker? But the community managers, gangsters, hell, I've never seen that. I mean, I've seen them being petty. I see them retweet and go at people here and there, but I've never seen that. That level is dope to see your passion behind a project. And I guess that's the epitome of who Helldivers is, because if you looked at Spectrum's video, and we have almost 200 people here, Spectrum 99 did a video, right? 799. He did a video, and the video is dope, and he shows his passion for the game. If that's the level of passion that the community manager and the rest of the team and them have, well, damn it, I gotta play this game. Because that is the level of passion that you want. I mean, old boys in these Twitter streets swinging. And I'm like, you got to take your hat off to them. It's something incredible to see. I'm not going to lie. That was dope. It's okay. So, what's the next thing that we do? Oh, boy. All right. So, newsbreak.com. All right. Hold on. I'm not going to open it in Chrome. No. Yeah, I accept the cookie. The Grand Theft Auto 6 owners shut down studios, office, and lay off staff, right? Take-Two Interactive, American holding company that owns publisher Rockstar Games and Grand Theft Auto series, is shutting down 2 studios and one of its offices and laying off staff, according to the reports, right? But then, in the same thing, it says something about NFL 2K in development. What? I got to call BS. There's no way EA is letting that NFL license slip. It is absolute no way. Impossible. I'm calling absolute BS. When I saw it, I was like, absolute BS. Spectrum 799 with the $5 super chat. Something from me before I go. Thanks again, King. Left my channel in the chat for y'all to see. Now I can go pee. That's right. Listen, go to his channel, like, follow, and subscribe. That was the most passionate video I've seen so far for Helldivers. Not saying that I've watched a bunch of them, but that video was dope. And I'm not capping because I'm in it, but I'm capping because I'm in it. And he used it properly. Like he used the line properly. Right. And I know y'all, everybody keeps saying that it's a good game. Everybody keeps saying it is a good game. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's not a good game. I can't tell you that it's a trash game. Never said it. Just said I didn't play it. I played when it comes to Xbox. And when I could tell you I could hold off, I could wait. Fortnite has this stupid hold on me. And Destiny used to have that same hold on me. I'm not even gonna lie. It was like a college course. It was stupid. I was cramming every day. It was always something I had to do. It was always I had to do trials, or I had to do this, or I had to go do a raid and have my raid teams and all this other stupidness that I was doing 24/7 with Destiny. This Fortnite thing, every time one thing ends, like because right now, the last Airbender joint ends. It's May 4th. Tomorrow's May 4th. The Star Wars thing started up, and they got this Chewbacca thing that they doing right now. And they got these skins that they put out, and I'm like, these dudes, they just don't stop. They just absolutely don't stop. Like, so when I tell you I can hold out and don't play, I'm like, I'm cool. But NFL 2K, hell no. I'm calling I'm calling BS. That is not true. That cannot be true. That cannot be a thing. That's impossible. It's just EA won't. They just will not. They will not. We did the streaming thing. Hellblade is coming out. Resident Evil 9. This has been in development. The longest Resident Evil game that has been in development. I want to see where they go with it. My boy Legendary Yobi with the $10 super chat. There's some truth to it, David. As a small article a while back, 2K and EA came to a deal where 2K can make hold on. You got cut out on me. Can make a new football game, but cannot compete directly with Madden. So what's the point then? Hey, that's that's like telling you, yo, you could play basketball with me without a basketball. What's the point? George Parcells, the £2 super chat. Resident Evil 9 will be out day one. Yeah, it will be a day one for me. It'll be a day one for, I think, everybody that's here. All 200 of you. I think it will be a day one for everybody that's here. Oh my God. Resident Evil, so Resident Evil 2, when they did the remakes, I get so pissed off with all the remakes and stuff. Because we played these games, we did this. Well, me, Cog, and Sav and all us. We sat in the dark. We played all the Resident Evil. Then we came back and we did it again. I hope it's not that AFL crap. I hope it's not. I'm watching you, Texas. Don't you do that. Oh, what if it's whatchamacallit? What is it? LJ Studios with the $10 super chat regarding Helldivers. Nobody wants part of Sony paper mache infrastructure. Ironically, the login prompt is for safety. Nobody wants to get hacked in a stable ecosystem. This is true. Yeah, the ecosystem. I'll take my chances with going to the corner store with my money strapped to my waist. Yeah. But what if that the game that they signed a deal with is what is that, lingerie ball? What if you get to put out the lingerie football? I think it'll sell. Real physics on God. Yo, y'all see how Stellar Blade selling, right? Imagine Stellar Blade with football. The hot. Yo, who remember 989 football? I'll never forget game day. I will never forget. All right, this is how stupid I was as a Sony fan, right? This is how stupid I was. So Madden came out, and it was me and my boy, Mr. Ha, right? And Mr. Ha, he always picked up Madden. He picked up Madden every time. He always picked it up. And I was just like, I'm sick and tired of you. Sony coming out with their own joint, and I went and got game day. Oh man, you want to talk about a dude, and you couldn't take your games back then. Like you had to hold that L, and dudes was clowning me for the whole day with the hot, the hot. I was like, nah, I'll never forget that. But what if is either lingerie ball? I mean, that'd be dope. If y'all listen to me, 2K. Make it happen. Make it happen. 2K, y'all could do it. Like y'all are makers of Grand Theft Auto. Y'all could do it. Y'all could do it. Y'all could get away with it like nobody's business. And you see how much press Stellar Blade got. Do you imagine what it would look like if they got like a fake female Jerry Rice going out for the ball? Yo, because guilty pleasure wise, don't lie to me, you dudes. Half of you guys, y'all, when y'all don't look at the puppy bowl, y'all leave the puppy bowl for the wives and the kids and stuff like that. But y'all pull out your phone and y'all look at that lingerie bowl like, don't cap. That's true. All right, so Dust Golem has shared. Dust Golem has shared the new Resident Evil info. The game reveal is near. Summer Game Fest 2024. It'll be released in 2025, January, around that time. This is all allegedly, right? Wait, what he said? Day one, I'm on it. You ain't the only one, Texas. You ain't the only one. Day one, I'm in there like swimwear, son. Literally. Oh my God. With the Knickerbockers. And then they're gonna have to do basketball. Then they're gonna have to do basketball. They're gonna have to do basketball. Ah! Dude, I'm gonna get demonetized today. All right, so Resident Evil 9 is the biggest budget and longest developed in time of the franchise. I can't wait. Honestly, even though my fraud behind didn't get a chance to play Village, I want to play Village. I think Resident Evil 7 was scary as hell in that VR, bro. It was scary as hell in that VR. I had the VR helmet on, right? So I'm playing with I'm playing in the VR. Tell me why my girl won't touch my leg. Oh, hell no, man! You trying to fight me? You trying to have a fight now? Like, no, I'm not doing this. So I had to play the game regular. But so I haven't played Village, and I don't know what I've been holding out for. I guess it's just time to actually play. But I would definitely love to play Village. I would definitely love to make that happen, and then I can just get over there to Resident Evil 9. I hope it's the same team that has did the wonderful remix with Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. I haven't even delved into that. And Resident Evil 3 the disc is sitting inside my Xbox Series X. Was it Chael Walk with the $5 super chat? NFL 2 Playmakers is the name of the game. Is a mobile card game and is out now. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, are they going to make it into a big game? A mobile card game, though. Who's fans with these mobile card? I'm sorry. I really can't get into the card game thing. Like I tried a lot. Like I tried with Marvel Knights, and it doesn't work well for me. It's just not something that I like, right? Just not something for me. And I'm saying to myself, why just keep doing that? Like I know y'all hear the feedback. Like, how dope would it have been if it was Playmakers, not a card game, but a regular football game? Right? Like NFL Streets or stuff like that. Bring NFL Streets back. Do that. That's dope. Like I like NBA Streets. I like NFL Streets. Come on, bring back that stuff. And bring NFL Jam, NBA Jam. Relive those franchises. Let's put some trick moves and stuff into it. Let's get back to that. Let's stop doing the gimmicks with the phones. And then we know that these phones is powerful as hell. So stop catering to my son's phone, because my son got a Galaxy Nif Nod. Sherry Rice. That's right, Calvin. Sherry Rice. Georgina Bush. Pause. That's how y'all looking right now, son. Yo, that's out of control. Yo, when they all come out on field, they like this. Yo. Yeah, it is a slow burn until everybody convert the phones. I think, to be honest with you, it's a slow burn until everybody converts to handhelds. I think that's first. All right, Legendary Yo, we get to follow super chat. Can we all agree with this? EA dropped the exclusive NFL license and let 2K make ESPN and NFL 2K again. They have nightmares of 2K beating them. Yo, 2K, NFL 2K went to 1999 to compete. That's when we was in the golden era of fight. That's when it was about the consumer and trying to yank that consumer away. I think these companies have gotten too fat off of our dollars that they can ship out games that aren't finished yet. Now I'm gonna give Starfield some smoke, because I watched Alex's video, and Alex was right. That game could have waited. It could have baked. It could have sat there for a little bit longer to get this, because the maps. Let's not cap the maps. did did look like a little bit of a mess. And then there are pieces that's missing. And shout out to Microsoft for finally dropping that parity clause. Let little man be who little man is. Let Series X be who he is. You understand? Let him live up to the highest of his potential. Let's see all 12 teraflops pause. No Diddy. I'm just saying, let that stuff be it. But now that we're seeing this patch, that kind of kicks away all that conversation that it was artistic choice. It just either wasn't optimized properly, or the Series S they didn't want to have the Series S lagging behind the Series X. I don't care about those optics. I'm from you get what you paid for, right? My rig should be able to play that joint at 120, wherever the hell it can go. My Series X should be able to do the same. And the Series S should be able to do whatever the Series S could do. So that parity clause, I've never been a fan of it. Sure, when little man is punching above his weight is dope. But at the end of the day, little man should not dictate what big man do. Like little man business don't dictate what big man business is, or big man rule. Because you paid 5 and some change. Excuse me, for your Series X. You paid 5 and some change. Some people pay more from scalpers or whatever. Why is it the $300 box, the $400 box dictating what I do? It should not. And the PC should be able to fly and do whatever. But finally, all that stuff is going to be rectified, right? And this goes back to Metacritic, right? It goes back to what we was talking about. It goes back to that initial score. Will that initial score be changed for that individual that's starting today? That guy or gal who graduated, got their job, got their first check. Remember your first check that you had and you was able to splurge on yourself, get you something nice, something that you like, something that you wanted, something that you saved up for. And they got it and they sat down. They said, yo, I want to get to Starfield. I want to play this game. So they went out and got a PC. Could you imagine you paying for a PC? It's some buck banana NZXT joint like I got, and you can't get past 60? Punch the screen. Or you brought yourself a Series X and you don't have a performance mode. I think that parity clause hurt the optics. Bigger question. Do you think them wanting parity with their Series S and Series X is the reason why Hellblade 2 is 30? Bigger question. Because now that we see this, you gotta question that, right? That should be a question, right? That should be a question that we all should have. Because I did make a bet with Solve, and I did say when it comes to the PC that joint gonna be running at 60. So if I feel that, then I should feel this. Pause. I'm just saying, they really need to stop listening to everybody and start taking each and every console. And I'm telling you, they're not going to do a Series S console next generation because I don't think they care about gaining console fan base. I don't think so. I think what they're going to do is put out a console, a serious console, and let it be what it is. And it's going to be get down and lay down because they got the games now. When you got that good stuff, your price can be whatever your price is going to be. People are going to show up. It is what it is. When you got the The joint everybody need. Your price could be whatever it is. They're going to show up. So I don't think they're worried about that any longer. I don't think that they're worried about that because in the beginning they was worrying about trying to pull over the PlayStation dude. Nah, I don't think they're worried about that. Now that they understand that they can just sell to the PlayStation dude regardless to what and get them to pay top dollar. Because we found out these poor begging ponies want games. They need games. Ain't no games coming out this year. So yeah, get them while we hot. What other old games we got that they like? Yeah, I understand that. But is Hellblade 2 30 frames because of Series S? I think that's a bigger question because if later down the road, they released a patch for 60 frames per second, or they have the performance and the graphics mode, then you know the answer to that question. You know what that answer is. And they just, in the beginning, wanted everybody to feel nice. I don't care about that inclusive stuff. I don't care about them making everybody feel nice. No, you get what you paid for. Your money is that. But we at 7:30, and we ain't giving away a coin today. But I'm definitely going to thank each and every last person that showed up. Next week is going to be the call-in show. Please, everybody send well wishes to Attic. Let your heart go out to Attic. Make sure the Attic is fine. I do miss talking to you dudes because I do like the call-in portion. It's something that I stake my name on because I want everybody to have the ability to talk. But ponder this. The Bikini Bowl, the Lingerie Bowl, 2K, get a hold of that. Madden out of here, son. I'll buy that game every year. So, yo, peace and blessings, y'all. Try to play the Game Pass because I'm definitely gonna go play some Game Pass right now. Actually, I'm playing Tales of Consaga, and for a first game, like the first time that they put out a game, it's really good. It's really good. It's really good. We're gonna talk about it on Sunday, but I'll probably do because I got the capture cards and stuff like that. I'll probably capture some video and put that video up. I think that game is really, really good. Yeah, that was dope. It gives you a feel. It gives you a Black Panther feel, and you know the moves and stuff gives you some Ori stuff. Yo, all right, nigga B, don't worry about it. I appreciate you showed up at all. Anybody that's here, I appreciate y'all showing up because hey, there's a little black boy from the Bronx that was outside putting up flyers in project buildings at the age of 12 years old to buy his consoles. Yeah. Yeah. I was that kid. I ain't never had a parent brought me a console ever, and I had every console ever made till this day. Shout out to God, because God is good. Always. Blessings, people. See y'all next week. I'm going to drop a video tomorrow. Have some fun. Peace.